Alright, so we have a counter jumper here. And she'll jump on really any counter. And so what we want to teach her is that the floor is a much better place to be. The way that we do that is by leading her up to whatever counter. Maybe I'm going to entice her by putting some kibble up here, but I want to make sure that she can't get that kibble if she does jump up, which is why she has a leash attached to her. Now, first thing, if she chooses to be polite at the base of the counter, she always gets things for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk. Yes! She always is going to get food on the floor at the base of the counter. We always want her looking for things at the base of the counter on the floor rather than on top of the counter. Yes. Yes. I'm purposely changing up my positioning, changing up my distance, changing up my angle from the counter, because all that matters when she's learning when it comes to counters. We always do it the same. She'll only know in that one particular spot. Now, if she was continuing to jump right now, what I'd be doing is I would be catching the moment right before she jumps and saying yes and putting the food on the floor. Because before and after a bad behavior, you have good behavior. So you want to focus on that good behavior. Yes. Another piece of counter surfing is you want to make sure that there's never anything enticing on the counter. Because if you ever walk away and they get that item, then you reinforce their jumping because they got something that they wanted off the counter. Yes. So once she got the hang of this, what I could do is I could take this bowl of food and I could put it on different edges of the counter. Yes. So see, she was looking there. So that's why I chose to say yes right there. It's because she was looking, but she still had 4 feet on the ground. And that's what I want to reinforce. She can look all she wants, but she may not jump. Yes. As she gets better, I'm going to change from counter to counter. I'll make it a little bit more realistic, where I might actually get out some people food and be cutting it. Yes. Right over here, yes. Good. Up, so she jumps. So what I'm going to do, she sees that food, I'm going to wait. If she goes after it, I'll stop her. But right now, I'm just going to wait. Yes! And then she gets a bunch of food on the floor. Yes, that's a good girl. Good choice. Yes. And you want to practice this at any counter that they might jump. What this is doing is it's reinforcing that every single counter in our house, we get more things for 4 feet on the floor rather than jumping. This time, I'm just going to wait and see what choice she makes. So I'm going to push everything away. We have 2 things here. Yes! Good. As soon as she jumped down. Now, even though she didn't sit, that's okay, because right there, she struggled a little bit. So I lowered my expectations of what I was looking for. Yes. And this is just our breakfast. Yes. So now what I'm going to do I'm going to make things a little bit harder. I'm going to grab a couple, and I'm going to leave the bowl there. And I'm just going to wait. Yes. Yes! Good. Now, I wish I would have gotten that on camera, but when I walked behind her, she looked at the food for just a brief moment to make that choice. Should I jump? She walked away from it. I could right now. And I caught the moment that she looked at it, but she still had 4 feet on the ground. So all the food's up there. Good girl. So what you want them to think is, the further I stay away from this food, the more food I get. That's what you want their brain to understand. And this time, I'm going to up it a little bit because she seems like she's got the hang of this. So this time, I'm not going to have any food in my hand. And if she stays on the ground, she gets food from the bowl that she wants off the counter. Move far enough back where she can't get it. Show her that I don't have anything. And we're just going to walk. Yes! Good. Now because I caught the yes in time, she still gets the reward for that. Even though the jump came after. Yes! Now this is more realistic because I'm not helping her. I'm making her make choices and then I'm just catching the success before she gets the chance to make the bad behavior. Yes, good girl. Yes. Yes. Now right there, the food is up there. So she could have easily jumped up there as well. So any place that I'm going to anticipate she might jump, I'm going to play this game. Yes. Yes, good. Now I kind of went around the corner that time, so as soon as she thought I might be going out of sight, she turned her attention right back to that food. So that's where I want to practice for a while. Yes. Yes. Good girl. That's a good girl. Okay, we can be done.